Angeles. This is Montserrat Radio. Montserrat Radio.
Today, it is Tuesday, June 13th, 2017. We are down to the wire once again, people, and tomorrow we're going to get to see, well, two things. Number one, what the Federal Reserve actually does, and number two, if I'm right, or if I was right about my call with regard to what the Federal Reserve is going to do. All right, let's start off with this. Today, the stock market had a nice rally. This really should not be a surprise to you. We had significant sell-off across the tech sector over the last several sessions. We're bound to have a rebound. As a matter of fact, I am now positioning myself to take advantage of a rebound because I think there's cash to be made here for both you and myself. If you want to see exactly what I am doing, go to my website again, traderschoice.net. Click on the money page at the top. You can see my positions. There's a link in the description of this video to my website, my stock picks page. We're going to make some cash here, people. There's no doubt about it. And that's what I want us all to do. Let's put together a few dynamics here before I elaborate on what the Fed's going to do tomorrow a little further. So today, again, stocks rallied. The bond market didn't do too much, kind of at the flat line. The dollar got a little bit weaker. A little pressure on precious metals too. Interesting dynamic there, right? Okay. I knew you were paying attention to that. Let me say this. There's going to be soon, maybe towards the end of the week, maybe even tomorrow, an opportunity, if you want to, and do this at your own risk here, to get long the paper derivative of gold and silver. We know they're not real, and I rarely trade these things myself. But if I think there's an opportunity where I can jump in maybe for a day trade or something like that, I will take advantage of that, and I will post those positions on my website, traderschoice.net. All right, so this is what's happening right now. Stocks rallied on the back of a tech rebound, which I believe is going to follow through next couple of sessions, especially on the particular stock picks I am holding. Again, go to my website, traderschoice.net, and you can check it out for yourself. Bond market, not too scared of anything. The dollar getting weaker here, that's a tell. That's a tell of what the Federal Reserve is going to do tomorrow. So let's talk about that. I have been saying now for quite a while that the Fed is going to raise rates tomorrow. I believe we're going to see a 25 basis point rate hike. Again, we're talking about the federal funds rate, which will affect the short end of the curve, which is already flattening out. We're going to see how that plays out moving forward. But in the immediate term, this is already priced into the market, in my opinion. However, I think that the stock market has a high potential to rally off of this news, again, despite the fact that it's priced in, because Janet Yellen is going to take a big fat light and blow sunshine right up the crack of this market. That's what they're determined to do, at least at this point. I don't think they're ready to pull the plug as of yet. Maybe they are. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. I can say this. If the Fed does not raise rates tomorrow, the market is not going to like it, and you're going to see financials react very negatively, and that will drag the market with it lower. It's my opinion here. Again, my record here with regard to the Fed is really good. I was wrong one time, and one time only in all of the years that the Fed has been talking about what they're going to do. So, again, I'm still sticking to my guns on this one. We're going to get a rate hike tomorrow. The market is going to like it. If they don't raise rates, if Greg is wrong here, other than taking a lot of flack from trolls upside down, backwards, and sideways, that would make me wrong twice in all of the years. If I'm wrong tomorrow, but I still don't think so. I think I'm right here. The general consensus on Wall Street is that the Fed is going to raise rates tomorrow. I see this as a short-term positive here, people. I really do, and we can capitalize on this big time. Watch gold and silver tomorrow when the announcement comes out. Maybe an hour afterward, you'll start to see this balance out. There could be some opportunity there. And again, I will post it on my website, traderschoice.net.
In the spirit of the war against fake news, Montserrat Radio presents The Fake News Show, conspiracy news, and a different point of view of current events. And now your host, Benny Wilson.
Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to the Fake News Show. This is your host Benny, and yes, we are about to see chaos and panic at the right time. And I got breaking news for all of you, my friends. You are gonna be shocked what I'm about to tell you. What you just heard was Mr. Gregory Mannarino. He's an expert in the stock market, and very rarely he's been wrong. And I took the time to actually let you guys listen to what he said today. Tomorrow, the Federal Reserve will make an announcement. They will have to decide whether they will raise the rate, the interest rate, or not. He said that if the Fed does not raise the rate, the market would not like it. He said that if the rate went up, it will be a temporary fix for something that is already broken. He said, watch for the prices of gold and silver. Yes, he did. He mentioned every little thing we know is part of the big financial reset. Now, how many times I have said that we need to listen to the banks? Many times, right? There you go. Now, what is the shocking stuff that I got for you? Well, let me just tell you what happened today. Today, the Parliament of Iraq supposed to open the budget that I mentioned yesterday, which supposed to reflect the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. What did I tell you about people getting aligned? What did I tell you about everybody's being synchronized? What did they do? Well, they did not open the budget. No, they didn't. So what exactly happened? They extended to July 12th. What did I tell you about the public exchange on July? Bingo. Is everybody shocked, or you still need more information? You see what I'm talking about? This is the reasons why people attack me. And just today I was attacked again for another moron. I'm not going to mention his name. But it is shockingly that people just don't pay attention. And I keep saying everything because I'm not waiting for the Dragon family to tell me what's going to happen. I'm not waiting for the elders to tell me what's going to happen. Nope. I've been pre-calling everything exactly as it happens. And yet, people attack me. So they extended to July 12th. And tomorrow, the Fed will make the announcement. Are they going to raise the rate? Listen, I'm not an expert in the market. This guy is. And I think I already mentioned about 4 or 5 experts that are saying the same thing. That the bubble is about to burst. That the economy is not reflecting the way it's supposed to be. We went through everything already, guys. We went through the Dow Jones. We know the Dow Jones does not reflect the economy of the nation. We know that already. That's why I stopped reporting it. And the only reason why I keep reporting it was because of the prophecy. See, I was trying to put all the pieces together. And yet, trying to decode the Word of God is so difficult. I just wish I had that talent. But right now, we're about to see something big. Now, please remember what I told you. That before we see our blessings, we need to go through a storm. That if we are talking about a GCR, a global currency reset, comes along with a global financial reset. And if we are talking about a reset, we are talking about a failure. We are talking about a collapse. Put all those pieces together and you will see that everything is going to happen in July. I even told you that July, the Webbot predicted that July will be July of madness. It's going to be chaotic. Can you imagine the whole system go down in front of us? And then the real value of currencies happen just like that. And all the confusion, what's happening? Did they revalue? And on top of that, we see Iraq saying something super negative. Wait, I've been telling you for the last 3 or 4 days, do not be surprised if Iraq said they're not going to revalue. And I had like 150 emails. Are you saying that they're not going to revalue, Benny? People just can't understand the way I talk. I said, just be aware that they are going to lie to you. I'm pre-calling it. They might tell you that they're not going to revalue, which, by the way, they will revalue. But that's the plan of the elite. Chaos and panic. Now you need to understand this thing because I'm going along with the news. And the only reason why I'm going along with the news is to prove you that everything is coming together. We all just got to bring the pieces together. And we can actually tell what's going to happen. So the whole thing will collapse pretty soon. I really doubt, according to my sources, I really doubt that after they raise the rate, we are going to last about 2 weeks. I really doubt it. And I even said that to one of my sources, that I really doubt that. And he looked at me and he said, "You're right on the spot, Benny." So it's going to be so temporary. It's going to be just a short flash incentive for the market. They will go, okay, we're on the way of progress. Thank you, President Trump. And all of a sudden, the bubble burst. Just remember what our president is going through right now. We got people that are already filing for impeachment on the president right now. You know it. You see in the news. Liberals that are going to try their best to impeach Donald Trump. And then on top of that, we got people suing the president. Don't ask me how and why. And on top of that, we got another moron on CNN praising the assassination of Donald Trump. Yes, you heard it right. I posted that video from Mark Dice. And on top of that, the situation of the economy. The situation on all the banks right now is in Iraq. The situation right now that is happening in Asia. The situation right now that are happening in Iraq. And the situation that will happen in Vietnam. Watch. If that is not chaotic, I don't know what will be. The prophecy of King Clement is coming together. And just like God said in the words of his prophet, when things look at the worst, I will release all the sources. My friend, get ready for public exchange. It's coming. And it's coming so fast. Like I told you, it's going to be so fast. You're not going to even realize what's going to hit you. Yes. Everything's coming together. So let's go to the news right now. All right. Let's see what is the news right now. Oh, but before I go to the news, well, no, let me do the news because I have a lot of emails. I'm just going to answer some, just a couple of them, you know. Let me take a look of the emails. Not the emails, but the news. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I got a lot of this stuff. Hold on. Let me log in. Because some of the news, I just don't have it right here in front of me. So let me just mention what are the news that are coming out. Oh, the IMF. So the IMF made an agreement with the CBI, which is the Central Bank of Iraq. And that agreement actually helped Iraq to better their credit. Why are they doing it now? Because they're about to revalue. That's it. Okay? So today we have the news of that. Again, we have those stupid news that right now we have two districts and one bridge left to go. Isn't that the most ridiculous stuff? It is like saying, man, I don't know, we're getting beaten by a small country. Can you imagine the United States not being able to do this stuff and be beaten so bad that it probably will take about 2 or 3 years? Basically, that's what they're telling us. By a small country like El Salvador. That's that's exactly what's happening in Iraq. That's why I don't follow the Iraqi news. I'm telling you, it is ridiculous. So now they improved the credit for Iraq. And other than that, I don't want to say more things because I got in trouble last night. They told me that I mentioned something that they told me not to mention. So I'm not going to mention what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay? Let's just wait until it happens and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right? So things are looking really great. This show is not going to be that long because I don't want to get in trouble and be blamed that I screw it up for everybody. So I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm just going to mention that. Oh, and the the only thing that I'm gonna actually mention is my emails. So let's go to the emails, because I don't want to get in trouble. So a guy says, "Hi Benny, I'm so confused. Just in case, so what happened if the Vietnam dong will become and change to a bond notes?" I don't know what you're talking about, sweetheart. Almost as the same as Zimbabwe. I don't know where you get your information. And how about their current currency is still worth or worthless? Okay, you're listening to the wrong people. I said it yesterday. The dong is probably the only currency that has never stopped being traded in the stock market internationally. I said it. Oh, that's another thing, because I said, look, wait until these were my words. Okay, I said, just wait until the RB happens, and people just mean, what we're gonna wait after the RB happens? Okay, the way I said it, let me just reframe myself, because people just are confused, and then I've been receiving a lot of emails. I say to wait until we see the RB, because my sources are saying that the dong will revalue higher than the dinar. Okay, that's it. So if the dong will revalue higher than the dinar, it makes a lot of sense, because the dong is the only currency that has not been stopped been traded internationally. The dinar has more than 25 years that has not been tradable internationally. Okay, so that's the reason why I say wait until the RB happens, because the RB is basically Iraq, and once the Iraq raise their value, it will trigger other countries. And people are then asking me, are they going to happen the same day? I don't know, but I really doubt it. Okay, I really doubt it's going to happen that same day. Okay, so let's just wait. So maybe that answers your question. Don't listen to the wrong people. If you probably listen to gurus that tell you about the dragon family, or maybe you're listening to the man who knows, stop listening to morons, okay? I'm just telling you that. Let's see another email. No, this is something else. Hold on. Oops. From Australia. And I think this is the guy who just called me. I will call you back. Okay, I got another one. It says, it was pertaining to purchasing a home after the RB. No longer need that because I've been listening to your old videos. Thank you. All you do, and God bless. Oh, okay. Anyway, so what else do I have here? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna read this email because they are telling me something that I know is true, and I'm gonna get in trouble if I mention it. But let me just give you a little hint. It talks about the SIM. Okay? Now, you're going to get confused because I've been telling you that the SIM is being a myth, and the SIM will never revalue. But this person told me about something that is going to happen, not accordingly to the SIM, but to something that it will be worth a lot of money in that country. And I was told never ever mention it. Okay? So I'm not gonna mention it. And if you even ask me what it is, I'm not gonna tell you. Simple as that. Just be glad that you have your currency and you're gonna exchange it and you're gonna be all happy. Just be glad, okay? Just don't worry about it. Be happy for what you got. Don't try to accelerate your life, because the more money you have, the more complicated your life will be. Trust me what I'm telling you. Okay? So before I get in trouble, I gotta tell you something. In the next 2 weeks, like I told you, in the next 2 weeks, we will see a lot of stuff that they haven't happened yet that I can share with you. And that will be the cleanup. The cleanup is necessary in order for the new financial system to happen. And what is the cleanup? The cleanup is people going to prison. People getting into scandals. People being discovered that they're corrupted. Okay? And I was told today that is about to happen right now, in the next 2 weeks. So there you go. That's the only thing I can share now. And I hope that by tomorrow we get more better news. Okay? So right now it's getting really, really good. All right, so thank you so much for your attention. I will look up for another show of the Fake News Show. If you have questions, just send it to me to my email at bennyintelrb@gmail.com. That's Benny with one N and a Y as a yellow. That's Benny, okay? Intel RB Romeo Victor @gmail.com. Thank you so much. Oh, and by the way, before I go, I want to thank everybody, and I really mean it. I want to thank everybody for helping the Fake News Show to be the number one show between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Spreaker. Thank you so much. I got almost 50,000 listeners a day. Thank you so much for being a loyal listener. Thank you for your letters. Thank you. I even have a lady in Ireland. She sent me some beautiful pictures, and I really appreciate it. And the things that she said, oh my God, thank you so much. So we're looking really good, my friends. We're looking excellent. As a matter of fact, we're looking fantastic, okay? We're looking so good. But be aware of the bad news. They're fake, okay? But be aware of the bad news, because that's about to happen, all right? Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, on another edition of the Fake News Show. Bye-bye now.
Thank you for listening to The Fake News Show with Benny. See you next time for more conspiracy news, current events, and intel from the most controversial show from Montserrat Radio.